So I did something very, probably something I probably shouldn't have did. I changed my speech on the way here. So instead of my journey as a Toastmaster is my journey to where I am now. Thank you for that. I am the proud founder and president of Dream Big, Take Action Foundation. We are a mentoring program for middle and high school teens right here in DeKalb County. The only one that I know of so far. For most people who are at the top of organizations, probably don't look so much like me. So their backgrounds are probably a bit more colorful than mine. Mine is probably a bit more colorful than theirs. So I probably am not the poster child, if you will, for an organization such as Dream Big Take Action, who has much potential of making a lot of money. My background is this. I was born in Atlanta, raised in an infamous housing projects, East Lake Meadows. So for those of you who've been around for a long time or who are from Atlanta, may know our story. But for those who don't, our nickname was Little Vietnam. Now, there are a lot of stories, and I like to always say that there are a lot of good things about living in the projects, but we did earn our stripes. I can remember this one time when I was just in elementary, and there was this buzz going around our community about a lady being hung in her apartment. I can remember seeing the red and blue lights flashing outside of my mother's window, and me peering through the curtains, seeing all of the police descending on her apartment. They were walking back and forth. I can even remember the coroner leaving her apartment as a red drape covered her body. Later on that day, they opened the front and the back door because she had been in there for so long that she had began to smell. And I'll never forget, in elementary, having to smell a dead body. I'll never forget the smell of that. But even in times like that, when things seem dark and dismal, I still always felt that I could do something and that I would be somebody great. So I set out on my journey. Well, let me just go back for a minute, because my father had a 2nd grade education and my mother an 8th grade education. And together they sought out to make sure that their girls, 5 girls, were successful, that we graduated high school, we got good jobs, that we could take care of our families. And they were successful. They did that. We did just that. But of course, as we got older, I began to realize that there was something else that I wanted to do, that there were other things that I wanted to do. I've always known that my gift was through my voice. So I decided to figure out how can I use my voice. I'd gone to actually visit to hear Les Brown speak. So I remember hearing this guy speak, and I was thinking to myself, how can I learn to speak? I went online, and I started to listen to all of Les Brown's speeches. And of course, he's just my favorite speaker today, and I have a few more too. And he said the word Toastmasters. And I have heard Toastmasters years ago, never really knew what it was or what Toastmasters did, but I heard about it. And if he said it, then it has to be somewhere that I have to at least try, right? So I joined Toastmasters. About a year later, into my journey in Toastmasters, Jesse Carter, as we all know, finally told me, Sheila, I think you should be on the executive committee. He made me Vice President of Public Relations is what he made me. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'll do it, but what exactly is that? Like, what is it that I will have to do? I learned so much as being VP PR. I learned how to send out newsletters, just do a whole lot of things. Because I've gotten good at that experience, I end up being president. Threw my head in the arena really for being a president. Became president of Dawnbreakers Toastmasters. That was so scary to me because I didn't, one thing, know how to carry on a board meeting. I had no idea if people would want to follow little old me. Just had no idea. But I gained so much experience from being VPPR and president that it gave me the confidence to go join other organizations. I joined the Coalition of 100 Black Women, where I was chair over the outreach program. So over the outreach program, our responsibilities was to get out into the community. We had to go out, find some causes to help and give back. We did turkey giveaways for Thanksgiving. We did homeless shelters. We gave away and we did so much. This awakened a dragon inside of me. When I was able to give back and see the expression on people's faces, when I gave them, was a feeling I had never felt before. I was so excited. I decided that I would join something else. So I joined my daughter's high school council, where I chaired the parents' council. And just to have I actually had no idea either that Toastmasters even had a leadership program. When I joined Toastmasters, it was strictly because I kept saying, well, I want to learn how to speak. I had no idea that it had this other thing going on. And I had always said, well, I was born a leader, that's just what I do. But I know the art behind leading now. And it's not something that you just wake up one day and you really know exactly how to do it. There's a path that you follow. Because of that path, I stand here today in my truth that I was able to do it, but that I gained the confidence from being in Toastmasters. About a year ago, I decided, how can I continue to give back? How can I keep that outreach going within my life? And that's where Dream Big Take Action Foundation come back. And I passed out some flyers that you guys can see so you can see what we're doing. But this feeling for me, this program for me, derived from a feeling that I got, really started in Toastmasters. Gave me the opportunity to go into to try something different. But Dream Big Take Action gives me the opportunity to not just give back, but it gives me the place to be a resource for teens. When their parents, like my parents, only took me as far as they could. When their parents maybe not be able to take them any further, we want to be that place of resources. We want to be that place of opportunities for teens in DeKalb County. If you would notice, again, I did put a flyer and a pamphlet on your tables. And this pamphlet just kind of tells you guys that we are having our open houses February 18th, where we will talk to the students in our program to kind of enlighten them on the programs that we have. But if you know someone, 18, who may be shy, who may sit back in class, or may even be a leader, because we're looking for strong leaders too. So if you know a teen who could benefit from who we are, Dream Big, Take Action, I would love for you to pass the word on. Thank you.